Hello everyone, my name is Arden and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be taking a look at a pretty cool LEGO Star Wars set, an interesting concept. I knocked over Ray there, but here it is. This is the Millennium Falcon Holiday Diorama. It has 282 pieces, it's meant for ages 8 and up. It's set number 40658. I think it's a really cool idea. Fix Ray there. You get 5 characters, 3 minifigures, and then a couple others. It's an interesting one. I really like the idea of it. Of course, Rey, Finn, and the sequels as a whole aren't overly beloved by anyone, I would say, so it's sort of an odd choice to include them, but it also completely ties in with the LEGO Star Wars Holiday Special. You get more Christmas sweaters to add into your existing collection from the Advent calendars. And yeah, I enjoy this set. I think it's a really fun idea that I'd like to see continue, because I think it's a really cool concept. And I wouldn't mind it at all becoming a yearly thing, because I think a Christmas set like this is a really fun concept. So I'll take a closer look at it now. And yeah, so I'll just flip it over. So here is the build. It's the inside of the Millennium Falcon. It's got a ton of light bluish gray, dark bluish gray, of course the base black, a few other colors mixed in there, a decent amount of tan in there, and of course a bunch of Christmas decorations that you can remove, not remove. Of course it's meant to be a holiday diorama based on the names, so, and of course everything else about the set. So it makes sense it has all these Christmas decorations. You've got lights right there at the top, which aren't the most pleasant thing to put together, clicking each one on, especially attaching one stud to a 1x1 thing. A bunch of different greenery around there, a pretty wimpy attempt at a Christmas tree, but one that I guess still has a bit of, it has a bit to it, like it's very thin. It's a very thin Christmas tree. But it at least is wide enough that it creates and has a bit of space there. Of course, you can see the minifigures, Chewbacca, the exclusive ones being Rey, and Finn the Porg, as well as BB-8. This Chewbacca is nothing special that we haven't seen before. The printing is just the exact same as we've seen before, but I guess it's nice to get Chewbacca in another set. There is a ton of spots on the base of this set, as you can see, to attach different things, whether that's different minifigures, move around the minifigures and characters that are given in this set, or even move around the decorations. There's a lot of customizability with the amount of studs that are on the floor of the minifigure. At the back here, being Rey, she's got a Millennium Falcon Christmas sweater. That's a pretty cool one. I believe this face print's the exact same one they've been using for a while for Rey. It's fine, same for the hairpiece. It looks very plain with the white legs. I've always found no leg printing on brighter colored legs really does stand out. And this one's really no different, but of course it matches the outfit. One very cool thing about this set that I would say is the highlight of it, except for those printed Christmas sweaters and the overall nice feeling of the set, is this printed Jedi text. That's a very cool part of it. The book cover at the front is printed. There's nothing in there, but the print itself is a really cool part and probably a highlight of this set. Here is Finn. There's the Christmas sweater, blue and red Christmas sweater. That's a pretty nice one. There's the face print, the back and front print, and a bit of leg printing for him as well, which I think was included or introduced with the Rise of Skywalker sets. There's also BB-8. Nothing new here about him. Maybe it would have been cool to include the Santa hat they gave him in the Advent calendar a few years back. The Porg, which unlike the Advent calendar one is not like a special red variant of it or anything, it's just a basic Porg. And here is the build with pretty much all the minifigures taken away. You've got the table all set up, a carrot, a glass, a bird of some sort. Seems a bit too big to be a porg, but it's a bird of some sort. You've got the chair at the back, which is quite nicely built. I really like the tiles at the top and just the shaping of it. You've got a few studs that you can fit some minifigures on, as well as spaces where you can just slide minifigures in there. I really like this doorway. I think it's done quite nicely, including those tan pieces with the light bluish gray. It looks quite nice. A ton of grill pieces used on the base to add some texture to it. The bed area there is a pretty nice aspect of it. You can access that from the front or the back and fit one minifigure in there. I think the shaping around it is done quite nicely and captures a lot of the shapes that you see in Star Wars quite well. The tree is just attached right there with that brown piece there. Some Sam Blue pieces. Use a couple lightsabers back there with that newer shadowy, I don't know, color of lightsaber. It's not a yellow one for Rey, it's a green one, which is an odd choice. A bit of a lower wall here. You can see a lot of parts in this set, like the back of these pieces and the tops of those, that aren't the most pleasant to look at, but at the same time it's probably a pretty accurate representation of the sort of more beat up look that the Millennium Falcon can get, especially during this point in the movies where it's up to episode 9. So yeah, overall I think it's a well done Christmas Star Wars set. I'd love to see more of this in the future. I think it's a really fun concept, and yeah, I don't know what we could get, but I'd love to see more because I think it's a really fun thing. And I think they did a good job with this one. I don't know what we could get in the future for this idea, but I guess it will sort of all depend on how this one does, which, of course, you probably already... some people would just not want to buy it just for the sequel part of it, which isn't the best start for a concept like this, I guess. But overall, I think it's a really fun LEGO Star Wars set. A fun Christmas Star Wars set. Nowhere near as good as that Christmas X-Wing a few years back, but that one was also a lot bigger, had just so much more detail put into it, and it's just such a larger set. It's almost impossible to compare the two, but I guess the only comparison there is that they're two Star Wars Christmas sets. But I hope we see more of this concept in the future, because I quite enjoyed how it was executed with this set. I think the exclusive torso prints as well as the book print are cool inclusions into the set to incentivize a purchase. And, you know, you can remove the decorations if you would want and make a Millennium Falcon diorama just by itself with a Han, Luke, Leia, C-3PO, R2, Chewie minifigures, and I think it would end up looking quite nice. Of course, it might be a bit cramped with all those figures, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, enjoyed this set, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.